Auntie's Guide to Negative Nellies. Meditation on protecting your peace. Now, before we get into this good talk, go on and hit that subscribe button because I'm here every week with the wisdom, the truth, and a little love to help you move smarter, not harder. Well, well, well. Hey there. Come on in here and sit down with your auntie for a minute. Go ahead and breathe with me now. Inhale that good energy. Exhale all that foolishness somebody tried to dump on you today. That's right. So, you know, I was at the church potluck last Sunday, had my good potato salad, the one with the extra paprika that Sister Jenkins stay trying to get the recipe for. And honey, let me tell you, I was feeling good. Had my new wig on, lost 5 pounds, got a little pep in my step. I walked up to the dessert table, and there was Brenda. You know Brenda? Every church got a Brenda. I said, "Hey girl, don't these sweet potato pies look good?" And you know what this woman said to me? She looked me up and down and said, you better be careful with all that sugar, especially at your age. My cousin ate like that, and now she got the diabetes and the high blood pressure. Baby, I hadn't even picked up a plate yet. And that's what we're going to talk about today. These negative Nellies, these Debbie Downers, these naysayers, these joy stealers, these people who walk into a room and somehow make the sunshine feel a little less bright. We going to learn how to spot them, understand them, and most importantly, how to deal with them without losing your peace or catching a case. So get comfortable, maybe light you a candle, and let Auntie break this down for you. And hey, if you're busy doing chores, working, or even trying to sleep, go ahead and put this on loop, baby. Let these words wash over you as many times as you need them. Chapter 1. Spotting the Negative Nellies. Now, the first thing you got to know is how to identify these folks. Because they don't walk around wearing a sign that says, "I'm miserable and I'm about to make it your problem." The constant complainer. This is the person who always got something wrong. The weather too hot. The weather too cold. The food too spicy. The food too bland. You could hand them a winning lottery ticket and they'd complain about the taxes. You know who I'm talking about. At the family reunion, they're the ones nagging about the potato salad while eating 3 plates of it. I had a coworker like this for 15 years. 15 years. Every single morning, it's Monday. Baby, it was Monday for all of us, but somehow her Monday was worse than everybody else's Monday. Playing that tiny violin of sadness for herself from the minute she clocked in. Her coffee was never right. Her computer was slower than everyone else's. Her husband didn't appreciate her. Her kids didn't call enough. Then when they called too much. The dream killer. Oh, this one right here? This one will smile in your face while stepping on your dreams with stilettos on. You tell them you're thinking about starting a business, they immediately hit you with, "Girl, you know 90% of businesses fail in the first year, right? And with this economy, baby, you better keep that job with the benefits." You mentioned you're dating somebody new and you're excited. Just be careful. My sister's friend's cousin met somebody and he ended up being married with 3 kids in another state. You say you're trying to eat healthier. That's cute. I tried that once. Gained 10 pounds. Your body probably won't respond to it anyway at our age. You getting the picture? They always got a reason why your joy ain't gonna last. The actually crowd. These are the folks who can't let you just have a moment. You could say the sky is blue and they'll hit you with, "Well, actually, depending on the atmospheric conditions and the angle of the sun." Honey, shut up. These mouthy know it alls always got something to say. You share something good that happened? Well, actually, that same thing happened to me, but bigger and better. You have a problem. Well, actually, my problem is worse. Let me tell you about it for the next 45 minutes. Everything is a competition. And somehow you're always losing. The energy vampire. Now, this one's sneaky. They don't even have to say nothing sometimes. They just, they got this heaviness about them. You could be having the best day of your life, and they walk in the room and suddenly you tired. You feel it in your spirit. Your shoulders get heavy. Your smile gets a little smaller. These the folks who always got a crisis, and baby, it's always something. Every time you talk to them, there's drama, chaos, and somehow you end up feeling responsible for fixing their mess. Always sitting there playing their tiny violin of sadness, expecting you to be the whole orchestra of sympathy. The fake concern one. Ooh, this is the one that used to get me before I learned better. They come at you with what sounds like concern, but really is judgment wrapped up in a nice little bow. I'm just worried about you, that's all. You've been looking tired lately. Everything okay with you? Translation: You look like hell. Are you sure you can afford that? Translation: You making poor decisions and I'm watching. I'm just saying this because I love you. Translation: I'm about to hurt your feelings and blame it on love. You see what we're dealing with here? These folks come in all shapes, sizes, and relationship categories. Could be your coworker, your cousin, your book club member. Shoot, sometimes it's your own mama. And that's okay to acknowledge. Love somebody and still recognize they negative as hell. Now breathe with me again, because just identifying these folks might have brought somebody specific to mind and got your blood pressure up. Breathe in and release. Chapter 2: Why They Act That Fool. Now, here's where Auntie's going to get a little deep with you. And I need you to stay with me, even when your flesh wants to just say, forget understanding them. Because, baby, hurt people hurt people. That's not just something cute to say on a mug. That's real life. They living in their own disappointment. Most of these negative Nellies, they wanted something they didn't get. They had dreams that didn't come true. They took chances that didn't work out. And instead of healing from it, instead of trying again, instead of accepting that life just be lifing sometimes, they decided to set up camp in their bitterness. I got a cousin, let's call her Denise, even though that's her real name because she knows she acts like this. Denise wanted to be a singer. Had a pretty voice too. But baby, she didn't want to do the work. Didn't want to take the lessons, didn't want to practice, didn't want to perform at the small venues to build up experience. She just wanted to be Beyonce without doing what Beyonce did. Well, it didn't happen. And now, anybody who's trying to pursue their dreams, she got something slick and mouthy to say. That industry is hard. You probably won't make it. It's all about who you know anyway. Real naysayer energy. That ain't really about you. That's about her. Some folks will worry about your decisions because deep down, they mad you got the courage to make them. They'll say they concerned about you quitting your job to start your business. But really, they mad they still sitting in that cubicle, scared to take a chance. They'll say they concerned about you dating after your divorce. But really, they mad they still stuck in they own unhappy marriage. They'll say they concerned about you moving to a new city. But really, they mad they still in the same small town they've been complaining about for 20 years. The Bible says jealousy is as cruel as the grave, and baby, it'll bury your joy if you let it. Some people can't stand to see you winning when they feel like they losing. And instead of being inspired by you, instead of being happy for you, they try to dim your light so they don't feel so dark. Here's the thing about negative people. They don't really want to be negative alone. They want you to co sign their misery. They want you to agree that life is terrible, people are awful, nothing ever works out, and we should all just give up now. When you refuse to join that pity party, when you stay positive despite what's going on, when you find the silver lining, oh baby, they get mad because your joy is a mirror showing them they could choose different too. And they don't want to see that. They rather sit there nagging and playing that tiny violin, expecting you to join the sad song. I remember when I decided to go back to school at 45. 45 years old. And honey, the comments I got from these Debbie Downers and naysayers, you too old. What's the point? You gonna be in debt. Nobody gonna hire you anyway. But you know what? I graduated at 48, got a better job at 49, and paid off that degree by 52. And every single person who had something negative to say, every single mouthy naysayer, still right where I left them, doing the same thing, complaining about the same stuff. They ain't learned how to process pain. Now, here's where Auntie's gonna get real tender with you for a second. Some of these negative Nellies, baby, they hurting. They hurting BAD. And they never learned how to sit with that pain, process it, heal from it, and move forward. So that pain turned into bitterness. And that bitterness turned into this negative energy they spew on everybody else. Maybe they lost somebody they loved. Maybe they were betrayed. Maybe they experienced trauma that never got addressed. Maybe they were told they weren't good enough so many times they started believing it. That doesn't make it right for them to dump it on you. But it helps you understand it ain't really about you. When people are drowning in their own pain, sometimes they grab onto whoever's nearby. And baby, they will pull you under too if you let them. Understanding why they do what they do doesn't mean you gotta tolerate it. It just means you can have compassion from a distance. You can pray for them from over there. You can wish them well on their journey while you stay on yours. And that's what we're going to talk about next. Chapter 3, How to Deal Without Losing Your Peace. All right, now, this is the part you really came here for. How do you deal with these negative Nellies without losing your mind, your peace, or your religion? Master the art of the smile and nod. Baby, sometimes you don't need to say nothing, not a single word. Just smile, nod, and let them words bounce right off you like rain on a good raincoat. They complaining about something you can't control? They trying to kill your dream with their naysayer nonsense? I hear you. They being messy and mouthy? That's interesting. You ain't agreeing with them. You ain't arguing with them. You just acknowledging they opened their mouth and sound came out. Then you move on. Don't feed into it. Don't give them ammunition. Just smile, nod, and protect your peace. I do this with my sister all the time. Love her to death, but honey, she negative as a pregnancy test at a nunnery. She'll call me nagging and complaining, girl, my job, my husband, my house, my back, my bunions, my life. And I just, well, I gotta go stir this pot on the stove. I'll call you later. Love you. Bye. Boundaries, baby. Boundaries. Set boundaries like your peace depends on it because it do. Now listen, you can love people from a distance. You can care about people and still limit your exposure to them. That's not being mean, that's being smart. If somebody constantly draining you, you are allowed to limit phone calls, skip certain events, leave conversations early, not share your good news with them. Protect your energy like you protect your bank account. You don't owe nobody access to your peace. Not your mama, not your best friend from third grade, not your coworker, nobody. I had to tell my own aunt one time, Auntie, I love you, but every time we talk, I get off the phone feeling terrible. So I'm going to have to love you from over here for a while. Was she upset? Honey, yes. Did she talk about me to the rest of the family? Absolutely. Did my peace matter more than her opinion of me? You better believe it. Here's some advice that's going to save you a lot of heartache. Stop telling people your plans. Stop sharing your dreams with folks who ain't got none. Stop looking for validation from people who can't even validate themselves. Everybody don't deserve a front row seat to your life. Some folks need to be in the balcony. Some folks need to be in the parking lot. And some folks need to be at a whole different theater watching a different show. When you got something good happening, something you working toward, something you excited about, be selective about who you tell. Tell the people who going to celebrate with you, pray for you, support you. Everybody else can find out when it's done. Jesus had 12 disciples, but only took 3 to the mountaintop with him. Even Jesus knew everybody can't go everywhere with you. Practice the strategic distance. Sometimes you can't completely cut people off. They family, they coworkers, they in your social circle. So you got to master the art of being present, but protected. You can be in the same room and not absorb their energy. You can attend the function and not sit next to them. You can participate in the conversation without being vulnerable. It's like putting on your spiritual raincoat, baby. You're there, but you're covered. They negativity just rolls right off you. Protect your joy aggressively. Now, this is important. When something good happens to you and a negative Nelly tries to rain on your parade, you got to shut that down quick. I'm excited about this and I'm not entertaining any negativity about it right now. I appreciate your concern, but I'm going to stay positive about this. I didn't ask for feedback. I shared good news. If you can't be happy for me, that's okay. But I need you to keep the negative comments to yourself. Is that blunt? Yes. Is it necessary? Absolutely. Your joy is not up for debate. Your happiness is not a group discussion. Your peace is not a democracy. You get to protect it however you need to. Know when it's time to let go. And here's the hardest one, baby. Sometimes you got to let people go completely, permanently. I don't care if you've known them since kindergarten. I don't care if you're related by blood. I don't care if they were there for you 20 years ago. If they are consistently toxic, consistently negative, consistently draining, you have to be willing to release them. Everybody ain't meant to go with you into your next season. Some people were only supposed to be in your life for a chapter, and you trying to make them the whole book. That ain't how it works. I let go of a friend I had for 30 years. 30 years. But baby, she was so negative, so jealous, so draining that every time we hung out, I needed a nap and a prayer afterwards. It hurt. I mourned that friendship. But you know what? My life got so much better without that weight. And finally, make sure you surrounding yourself with people who ADD to your life, not subtract from it. People who celebrate you, people who inspire you, people who make you laugh, who support your dreams, who speak life over you. You become like the 5 people you spend the most time with. So, baby, make sure those 5 people are going somewhere you want to go. Listen, handling negative Nellies ain't easy, especially when you got a good heart and you want to see the best in people. But you cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot save people who don't want to be saved. Your assignment is you. Your responsibility is your peace. Your job is your joy. Protect it, guard it, fight for it. Because, baby, this life is too short and too precious to spend it surrounded by people who make you feel small. All right, now, let's bring it home. Get comfortable wherever you are. Unclench your jaw. Yeah, you've been holding tension there this whole time. Roll your shoulders back. Sit up straight, but stay relaxed. Close your eyes if you can, or just soften your gaze. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and release it slowly through your mouth. Again, breathe in all the good energy, the peace, the joy, the clarity, and breathe out all the negativity, all the doubt, all the heaviness that don't belong to you. Now, I want you to repeat after me, out loud or in your spirit. My peace is my priority. My joy is my responsibility. I am allowed to protect my energy. I am allowed to set boundaries. I am allowed to distance myself from negativity. I release what no longer serves me. I attract people who celebrate me, not tolerate me. I am walking in my purpose, and I will not be distracted. I want you to visualize yourself surrounded by white light, pure, protective, impenetrable. That's your peace, baby. That's your shield. Negativity cannot penetrate it unless you open the door and invite it in. You are in control. You are powerful. You are protected. As you go about your day, your week, your life, remember that everybody don't deserve access to you. You are a limited edition, a masterpiece, a blessing, and you get to decide who gets to be close to you. Don't feel guilty about protecting yourself. Don't feel bad about choosing peace. Don't apologize for putting yourself first. You are not responsible for managing other people's emotions, fixing other people's problems, or tolerating other people's negativity. You are responsible for you. Auntie is so proud of you for taking the time to invest in yourself today, for recognizing that you deserve better, for being willing to do the work to protect your peace. Now, I want you to go out there and be the joyful, peaceful, purpose-driven person you were created to be. And when them negative Nellies come around, and baby, they will come around, you just smile, nod, and keep it moving. You got this. I believe in you. And I'll be right here whenever you need a reminder of who you are and what you deserve. Until next time, baby, protect your peace, pursue your purpose, and don't let nobody steal your joy. This is your sweet, sassy auntie, reminding you that you are loved, you are valued, and you are not alone. Now go on and have yourself a blessed day. Peace and blessings, baby. Peace and blessings.